lemon tetra, Bolivia red, beautiful, lovely little fish. Don't think it's been properly classified yet, so it's just Bolivia red. It may well be a colour morph to regular tetra. I've got the other kitty tetra, Professor Brightbone Fallacious. It'll be twice as pretty as the regular kitty tetra, Alakis. And stunning fish, you'll never see a colour like that on the tetra. Blood orange but still blue. Rare as you like. These, Professor Brightbone Procyon. Once again, an unusual fish. Don't see it at all in the trade these days. I brought them off an off chance just to see, and they're starting to colour up quite nicely. Okay, they look great. So what? But there you go. Wild caught from Colombia, bleeding heart tetras. Stunning little fish. Brilliant. Selling well, to be honest with you. No real problems with them. What else have I got? Hemigrammus ceruleus. I'm hoping they'll come into breeding dress one day because they are bright orange red. Colour I can't wait to see, but they're not doing it for me. They eat everything. Shrimp. Too small for a barbie, might as well keep them as a pet. So they're lovely. Everything barbs. Look at them. Aren't they fabulous? If you've got a big tank, they're the one for you. I've got Pethia setni, or the Nariani barb. Very pretty, peaceful, very active. Lots of little colours on them, reds and indigos and golds and whatnot. Very, very attractive fish. Like most fish, they'll take a while to colour up properly once you get them home. The melon barb as well, males in breeding dress in soft water, fantastic colour. Haven't seen it since 20 years ago. Tap water, rubbish water. Little mud gudgeons of some sort, Empire gudgeon, that's the one. Beautiful, look at the colour on them. Fantastic, fantastic. Very peaceful, a bit territorial, but they don't harm anything else for the most part. These are Trigona stigma sans fungi. They are the fourth harlequin, as I like to call them. Quite rare in the trade, lovely little fish, good addition to small tanks. Very peaceful, typical Rasbora behaviour. Very peaceful, wouldn't hurt a fly. Tell a lie, they would, they love flies. But, great fish for community tank. Goldline Rasbora, slightly bigger Rasbora, but once again, very peaceful fish, unless you're a fly. There's also some Asian rummy nose in there, the old Sawboy resplendens, which are challenging to say the best, but once they settle down, they're generally good. Peacock gobies, some nice ones in there. The males are starting to develop now with the blunt heads and the pretty colours. So, very peaceful. Don't trust them with very small fish like guppies and stuff, baby guppies, but otherwise they're lovely. Pseudomugals, Lubinatus, yeah, fancy rainbow fish, what they called, can't remember, Pasties, yeah. Very colourful, once again, ideal for a small tank, very peaceful, very active. They might even spawn in your tank without you knowing about it. And the next thing it says, those little babies running around. Well worth having. Fantastic Vietnamese minnows. Makes a nice change on the traditional white flower mountain minnow. Very attractive, lots of colour on them. This lovely yellow base to the back of the male there. Bright red fins, pretty blue eyes, really striking. Just a nice change from your usual white flower minnow. Over here I've got the dwarf spotted danio, something you don't see very often at all. Used to be in all the books when I was a kid, but now they've disappeared completely until I've found them and got them in. I've also in here got some neon green Rasbora, another nice fish for the small tank, although they are quite active, so probably I'll give them at least 60 litres or so. And then of course you've got your Galaxy Rasboras, everyone's favourite. Nice fish, not much to say about them really, just very pretty fish and ideal for small tanks. Easy to keep once they settle down. If you like a bigger Rasbora, lots of good colour, clown Rasboras, very pretty fish. Very peaceful, again, very active. A bit prone to parasites and bacterial infections, but keep them clean, keep them fed, keep them warm, and they're generally very, very tough little fish. More Nanacara anomala. That'll be a little while before they start colouring up, although some of them already are. Nice peaceful addition to the tank. If you want something skulking around the bottom, they're brilliant. Little dolphin cichlids, another really nice one that you don't see very often. Stunning colours on them, funny eye on them, that big eye. Very pretty fish, very pretty. Quite easy to look after for a dwarf cichlid, although they are one of the larger dwarfs. Pistogram cacatoides, if you're starting out in the pistogrammas, they're often the one people go for. Very colourful, quite tough. They might even tolerate the London tap water supply. These are Agassiz Tefe Blue. Once again, in the right environment, lots of plants, a subdued aquarium, they'll colour up really nicely, and you might even get them spawning if the conditions are good. Master eye, lovely fish, very pretty. Typical pistogramma dwarf, aggressive if it's contained, but relatively peaceful, give you enough space. If you can get a pair going, then you might even have to fry. Very nice. Sheep's head Acara, the classic, another peaceful one. Very subtle colours on them, but they are really attractive little fish. So once again, suitable for a peaceful community tank. That's not too small, 100 litres or so. And pistogramma hungsoy, very colourful dwarf cichlids. Very popular, fairly easy to keep for a dwarf as well. I'm not going to break the bank either like some of them, but yeah, like I say, if you stop using London tap water, you've got a shot